Afterwards, maybe we can share. Thank you so much.
Speak a little louder, Rashid. I'm not able to hear you properly.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome everyone. Today is Sunday, and on a Sunday, on a free day, you all have taken out some time and you have came here. This invitation was given to so many people, and still you have came here. It's hats off to you. You want to grow yourself. Hats off to you. Thank you so much for doing that. Uh, Today, this is a webinar on business profitability webinar session 1, how to make colleagues come out with actionable suggestions for growth and innovation. And let me introduce our mentor, Srinivasa sir. Srinivasa Raghavan is a mathematics graduate and a chartered cum cost accountant. After a very successful stint for about 15 years with a leading group in Chennai, he has been a trainer, mentor, and consultant for reputed organizations for more than 30 years. For the last 15 years, he is on the mission of helping business organizations through a unique and powerful concept called Innovactions. Innovactions is for organizations who would like to improve their profitability in less than 90 days. He is very passionate about this concept, and hence his success rates tends to be spectacular. Please welcome Mr. Srinivasa Raghavan. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, on the lighter side, Harshit, I must also tell you that about me, I believe when gentleman retired from an organization after so many years of service, 40 years of service or so, then people assembled and then everyone was praising about him. But whenever somebody talked about him, he looked at the back. So they didn't understand. So when his turn came, he said, "My dear ladies and gentlemen, I feel very bad to leave you and all that." Then somebody said, no, before you proceed further, I want to ask you one question. Whenever somebody talked about you, why did you look at the back? The gentleman replied, the retiring person replied, I want to make sure it's only me they are referring, you are referring, or some other person they are referring. That's why I was looking at you from the beginning. So on the lighter side, so many times when this kind of introduction is given, I always wonder whether it refers to me or some other person. Without wasting any amount of time, we'll go into the subject straight. Would you like to share the presentation, Arshit?
Sure, sir.
We will definitely have enough time, more time for question and answers. So, as Arshit said, the profitability is a webinar on business profitability. It's session number 1, first session. That means we are going to come out with at least one session per month. This session is on how to make our colleagues come out with actionable suggestions for growth and innovation. So it's a very important thing for all of us to grow in the organization and grow along with our colleagues also. Next slide, please. Ashit, yeah. This is basically to tell you about Happy Mentor. It's about fostering joyous ideation and actions to improve business profitability. In other words, this is something different from the conventional approach in terms of using consultants. Here, the consultant, a person like me, says that you know much better than I know, so I would like to make you think better, act better. That's all. So we, as Arshit rightly said, we help business enhance their potential with enough actions. That is, our product is called Enough Actions, combining innovation and actions. Next slide, Arshit. Yeah, first of all, the question arises, why? This is a very important thing because a gentleman by name Simon Sinek says, why is more important than how and what? Because if why is understood, many things are understood automatically, right? So we'll go to the next slide. First of all, when we make colleagues contribute, there is a sense of belonging to the organization. They feel that this is my organization. No, otherwise, no, the seniors give some ideas, we have to contribute. No, nothing like that. It's not only the company run by the board of directors, the company run by even the last employee of the organization. That's the feeling, sense of belonging happens when they start contributing. And they own the idea. That's very important. When they own the idea, implementation becomes a lot easier. I'm not saying easy, but easier than what we have currently. And leadership develops. When they start giving ideas, they think that they are also leaders. They can also kind of rise in the level of the organization fast. And teamwork improves. Very, very important. Because when they sit together and then each one contributes, they feel that, right, I can also contribute. And very importantly, when the middle management level or so, they start thinking more time is given for senior management, more time is available for senior management for strategic thinking, because very, very important. At the senior management level, we need to think of strategic thinking. We need to have strategic thinking. Many times, even brilliant ideas come out. I believe there was a case where one very complex issue was there. The gentleman, the CEO of the organization, referred to various people, including R&D. They couldn't come out with satisfactory solutions. So what he did, he called all the workers, blue-collar workers. They locked them in the room and said that I'll give you exactly 45 minutes. In 45 minutes, you're supposed to come out with the idea, and left. Then when he came back after 45 minutes, the people gave such brilliant solution, even R&D engineers could not give. That goes to show that the talent is in us, the capability is within us. So creativity is within the junior colleagues also, everybody for that matter. And that's why I call it true demonstration of latent duty. This creativity is within everybody in the organization. So why should I pretend that by taking the data, I can give you much better solution? I say that you already have the creativity. Let me see how I can bring the creativity. And it enables colleagues to handle even tougher challenges. When they start managing finding solutions for some small solutions over a period of time, they get ready for even tougher challenges. And colleagues tend to stay longer, because once the sense of belonging happens, generally colleagues tend to stay longer. Sometimes they may not stay till the retirement, but at least they stay for 5 more years or 10 more years. It's always beneficial for the organization. And family members of the colleagues will love this, and they may even contribute. See, this guy goes and this guy or girl goes and says that my organization, I gave this idea, and the people love it, and they say that, oh, why don't you think like this? Sometimes, I mean, you will not believe, I even got ideas from my own mother. She's an elderly lady, but I used to get ideas from her. Right, next slide, please. Now, this is just a preamble, just a warm up for how we can kind of proceed when it comes to making our colleague come out with ideas. Next slide, please. Yeah. Now, this is something very important. Select attitude while recruiting. Now, generally, we look for in an interview, we look for attitude and skills. But there is a theory which says that select attitude, after all, we can train them on skills and knowledge later also. I mean, it's a very disproportionate thing. Very rarely you come across a colleague like Harshit, who has not only extraordinary knowledge and skill, but also a very good attitude, which is very rare. But what they say is, what experts say is, focus on attitude, and the other things will fall in place automatically. Anyway, these are all views. You don't have to go by what every other person says. And get to know about every team member personally. If you are a leader of a particular division or the organization, get to know about everybody, every team member as much as you can. At least the people who are reporting to you directly. Don't show your full strength as a senior in the organization. Sometimes when we show that what we are capable of, like I'm from Harvard or Stanford or anything like that, people may not respond. Say that, I mean, sometimes, this is something I learned from my internal audit days when I was in Murugappa Grove. My boss always used to tell me, don't show your full strength. I used to ask him why. Because sometimes people will get threatened and they will be more defensive rather than being more friendly. We want people to be very friendly. At the same time, we don't compromise on the audit principles. Be a finder of good. This is a very important thing. Whenever you find good, try to spot it and acknowledge good in every opportunity. For instance, I will say that Mr. Kumar came out with a brilliant suggestion last month. I really liked it. Every forum you start talking like that, they feel that, right, this is the right organization for me to contribute. Next slide, please. This is the core. Now we saw the warm-up. Now we are going to the core part of it. Yes, Ashit, next slide. Number one, narrate stories. Narrate stories like the example of this R&D, the blue-collar workers solving the problem which R&D workers could not solve. Something like that. Now, I can even narrate a story. I used to narrate this story of a worker in a place called Edapalli, near Cochin, where I was there for internal audit only, the same group. I got an idea how to eliminate raw material go down. Can you believe that? It was raining, pouring rain, and big story, but anyhow. So when you start narrating this kind of story, say that if a worker can contribute, why not I? the Oyna tie is a very interesting story. I'm tempted to share because in a lighter vein. When I was doing CA, there was a gentleman by name Mr. Nadesan who used to take classes for company law. He used to say, whenever you are different of writing your CA examination, do a very simple thing. Take the picture of your auditor and ask this question. If this fellow can pass CA, why not I? So that's purely on the lighter side. And the second thing is take the initiative. You start, set an example. That's a very important thing. Even in your forum, no, just start. You start the initiative. You say that, can we think on these lines? You give an example, no? People start liking it. And whiteboard is truly, truly, truly uncanny. I don't know how much true I can say. It's very uncanny. When you use the whiteboard and start writing the points, no? I use a formula called LHS RHS. I don't have time to describe everything, but when you use this whiteboard, a lot of ideas come out, out of which you can shortlist always some ideas. And chocolates for participation. Somebody comes out with brilliant ideas, immediately give them chocolate. Because chocolate not only gives the energy, get more chocolates. Don't count the number, get chocolates. The end, everyone can eat the rest. Okay. And subtle peer pressure. There is this is something, an art that to be developed. Most of us have that. It's not as if I only have it. We create subtle peer pressure saying that when we give examples, no, like last month, Kumar gave an excellent idea, or Naren gave a good idea, or Sheila gave a good idea. No, it creates a certain amount of subtle peer pressure. At the same time, you also say you can also do that. No, that kind of a combination is wonderful. And encourage improvement over other person's idea. This is a very important point. Some person gives an idea, some other let's say John gives an idea, then next person, let's say his name is Harshit. Harshit gives an idea which is an improvement of the other idea. Please encourage it. Don't think that everybody has to come out with original ideas only. Even improvement upon a creative idea is also creativity. Please understand. And encourage post-meeting ideas. I'll tell you the reason for it. Many a time, the people in a group, no, they don't kind of contribute. They feel little shy or whatever it is. After the meeting, they come and tell me. In my training programs, which I used to do long back, people used to come and say that why not this and things like that. I used to tell them why need to share, because whatever answer I give, no, if it goes to other people also, it'd be very useful. Anyhow, people are people, so encourage post-meeting ideas. Even after the meeting, people come out with ideas, take the ideas, and again we can meet later. Habit through short weekly sharing sessions. It's a very important point. I brought in a concept of weekly sharing session. I think in the year 2007, about 17 years before. The CEO of the particular organization used to laugh at me saying that, why are you talking about weekly sharing sessions in every possible opportunity? I said, within 20 minutes, tell me a tool which can make people motivate, gain knowledge, and come out with creative ideas, and also develop leadership qualities. It's a four action prone, 4 parts it has got. And those things we'll discuss later whenever we get a time. And next point is use underwhelming and spaced reinforcement during implementation. What is underwhelming? Don't overwhelm people. Don't say that aim for the sky, then only read the lamppost or something like that, which is commonly used by a lot of marketing people. I always tell people that when you give a very, very tall, I mean, I'm not for other things. In your sales charges, please give that. But as far as my interaction goes, I always underwhelm people. I also suggest underwhelming people for this limited exercise. Underwhelming or overwhelming is your choice, but for this exercise, you'll do only underwhelming. And what is spaced reinforcement? There's a beautiful statement which says that people need reminder for remembering. In other words, you are supposed to remember, but I mean, not that we distrust people, but implementation becomes a lot easier when you keep telling them in a very subtle way. I know that you have already started working on this. It means what? Oh, that fellow thinks, oh my God, my management, my CEO has got a lot of trust on me, or my division leader has got a lot of trust on me. I should start acting. So give some subtle reminders, and that is called spaced reinforcement. And never show urgency nor desperation. It's very, very important. When you show that, no, within this time you have to come out with 5 ideas, 6 ideas. Though I have done it, no, I don't recommend it for others. I'll share with you a very interesting meeting I had about 4 weeks back. This was in it's a design organization who are into design of petrochemicals and gas plant. And one day I was asked to come there at 5 o'clock. I said 5 o'clock will be too late. I know you will leave at 6:30. Then they said, yes, sir, we'll have like to leave at 6:30. Then I said, I'll give you some time. We took only 2 areas. In each area, I write point number 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Within half an hour, we had enough ideas, 6 ideas, but out of which we shortlisted 2 ideas. And between 6:10 to 6:25, we implemented 2 ideas there itself. In other words, implementation is not postponed, it is done immediately, as much as possible immediately. Right. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide is about them, isn't it? What's the time now? We are slightly ahead of time now, Arshit.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah, before that. Any questions so far? Otherwise, I'd like to go back to the slides because we have enough time. Any questions? Anybody, feel free to ask me questions. And my request is don't spare me, to ask me tough questions. No, go to the first slide, Arshit. From preamble. Yeah, right. Yeah, it can be, sorry, it can be even the previous slide also. Any questions, please? I know I've gone about it very, very fast, thinking that it will take a lot of time, but I finish it fast. So,
Hello, Mr. Srinivasan.
Yeah, Mr. Jagan, please go ahead.
Yeah, I in the first preamble, you have talked about attitude.
Yeah.
Are you recommending that, attitude should be given a second preference while recruiting, or what does it really mean?
See, there is no standard formula, Mr. Jagan. No, all this thing you have to use your discretion as much as possible. Find between 2 colleagues, two potential employees. No, we see 2 people. Assuming for a moment both of them are equal in terms of knowledge and skill, we'll select a person with better attitude. People even go to the extent of saying that you can even compromise on knowledge and skill. Choose person with attitude. These are not debatable. And you will devise your own. Let me come. You will devise your own formula. I can't give a formula to every organization, but suffice to say that attitude, give a lot of importance to attitude.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think I found it very interesting. So far, it's been very interesting. It's all practical, and then definitely results will flow once you know.
Thank you, Mr.
Wonderful presentation so far. I would like to continue.
So thank you. Presentation is over. I'm going to revise it because some people joined late. I saw that. So I thought for them also it would be a revision. Except the introduction mode, it's not required. But first of all, I would like to acknowledge, Mr. Jagan, that coming from you as a very senior finance person, I salute you because your participation makes a lot of difference in this case.
And I would like to add one more thing where you mentioned that, contribution from even a floor man can be useful.
Right.
I have heard this practically from my father who retired from Sundaram Clayton. And the CEO, Mr. Srinivasan, used to elicit ideas from floor people as well. I've heard it myself.
Oh, lovely.
It's not something theory what you have mentioned here. It's practical.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Sir, I have seen it.
We have also heard in a toothpaste manufacturing company where somebody was able to give ideas, reduce the the size of the entry point so that you will be able to sell more paste.
Sure.
Something like that. So ideas can come from anybody. So the message that I get from your presentation is do not belittle anybody's, do not belittle anybody by their qualification or appearance. Given opportunity, you will be able to excel. It's a team effort. That's it.
Actually, this the recent assignment, this is what the colleagues, they gave me a feedback at the end, the testimonial at the end. Few of them have mentioned that because I was available, because I made them participate, they feel honored and empowered. This is something, is the best compliment I could, not from the CEO of the organization only, but from the rest of the other colleagues also. That made me feel very, very elated.
Yes, I found.
Thank you. Any other person? It's a fantastic feedback, Mr. Jagan. Please come forward. It is an interactive program. It's not only to be dominated by me or by Arshit or Mr. Jagan or anybody. Anybody can come out at any point because
Raghavan,
your views are always welcome. Mr. Ramurthy, Murthy. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not able to see your.
Yeah, sure. So if you can give more examples, that will be good, I think.
Ramurthy, you come with your video.
Sure. Just a second.
Because I'm not able to see your response. Oh my God. Come as a totally religious person today. Great.
Sunday makeup.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if you can give more examples for each one of the points that you were talking about, I think that will make it very valuable.
Can you mention one by one any of the points that I've not given adequate example? Many I have not given, but if you can go one by one, I will definitely be grateful to you.
No, so Sab, if you have more time, like you said, you have almost finished the presentation. So
Don't
there
worry
is
about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You ask anything. Let me see whether I have an example or not.
No, I'm not really talking about any specific point, but then I mean, you told one or two stories, maybe a couple of stories, but then if you can
Let me see. Let me see
expand
whether
some of these points.
get to know about every team member personally. See, why I'm not reluctant, why I'm slightly reluctant to talk, I'll have to talk about myself. Because for me, when I was working Murugappa Group, I was given the responsibility of head of finance at a very, very young age. What was my age? I'll tell you, about 28 years old, of a company which was set up in collaboration with Japanese collaboration. Very difficult. All of us were trainee, the respective posts, including CEO was a trainee and so on. And at that time, when I recruit people, of course, attitude is something, as Mr. Jagan also concurred, we look for. But I also look for skills and knowledge, because I had the uncanny ability to spot people who have better ability than what I used to have. And even today, I will say that when I spot people like Murthy or Harshit, no, I always respect the knowledge and skill. And not only that, that is on the official side. The personal side, I used to know them about their father, how the father is doing the well, is health good or not, and how about his brothers. Some people have the responsibility of educating their own brothers and sisters, or getting their sister married or something like that. So this creates an excellent amount of bondage. Now, this cannot be done across. Supposing you have about 1,000 people in your organization, it is impossible to get to know about 1,000 people. So what I tell is that anybody in your span of control, let's say about 10 people are reporting to you, I think you should know about everybody of the 10 thoroughly. And you should go home, spend some personal time apart from that as much as possible. I'll give you one more example on this particular thing, knowing people personally, is that I believe chairman of Hindustan Lever, I'm not sure, very senior person from Hindustan Lever, visited one of the locations, one of the regions, and then the head of the region introduced to various people. Then suddenly one delivery boy came and arranged the material. Then the chairman asked, for a moment I say it's chairman only because let's not get mixed up. Chairman asked this regional head, do you know the name of this person? After event, of course. That person said, no, I don't know his name. Then he said, you should know his name. He is working for you every day. If you don't know his name, I think it is not right. See, this is a kind of that is why the organization like Hindustan Levers are very, very successful, because they know the people personally. Very, very important. Right. Let me see whether I have, the third one, I give an example during my audit days. My boss always used to say that to the auditee, to the person to whom we interact during audit, don't show your full power, because they'll get threatened sometimes. They may not come out with all the points. And PFI Dragoon is for a person like me who is a sanguine person, is very easy. But let me see whether I can give other example. There is one gentleman I had in Murugappa Group. And then every day morning, I used to say something good that happened during the day. And I found that even when you talk to other people, said that yesterday you did something to me I really appreciate, including the lunch he brought from his home. Tell your wife that food was very good and things like that. See, when you become a finder of good, life is wonderful. And acknowledge good in every opportunity is something we should do, all of us do. See, if you feel that you have a right to kind of criticize some people or talk little bad about people when they are not doing a great job, you should talk about people, acknowledge to people that whenever they do good in every opportunity. I think I will stop here.
Mr. Srinivasa Raghavan.
Yeah.
I fully concur with you. Can I? Do I have the time to talk now?
Absolutely. Don't worry about it. We have enough and more time.
I would like to add my personal reactions to people. I agree with you that you should get personally with especially with the team members. For example, one of your team member falls ill, gets hospitalized.
Yeah.
While it is expected that HR will go and see and admin department will go and see.
Yeah.
I make it a point. 1 second, be on the line.
Yeah. Please.
I make it a point that I go myself, I see the, my colleague or his mother is not well. I make it a point. And it is not to, gain appreciation, but it is to just to convey that I care for you.
Sure.
That is definitely important. I have done that myself when a legal department lady who was, who got fractured. And, it was given to understand that, she's fallen sick. I went and saw along with the HR person. She felt, she felt so much elated and, she expressed her thanks. It is not to get, it's not in anticipation that we go, but it's a kind of, expression of caring for them. Yes, it works. And second one, even if a tea boy serves tea to me, I always say thanks to him. So when I left an organization after 8 years in a listed entity, including in driver, everybody felt happy. Then you're very caring. And that's the feedback I got. It definitely helps, especially when you are in a crisis situation. When you have 2-3 employees going on leave, the other fourth person will come out to you to help you in terms of crisis. If you had shown, you are caring for them, it does work. I have seen it for myself, and always appreciating. And managers are expected to pass on the credit by way of appraisal, etc., to the senior management. When it comes in terms of shortcomings, you should not pass on.
Sure.
So I fully
I fully agree with you, Mr. Jagan. I also want to talk to others in terms of this is not a goody-goody approach. Apart from that, also there are a lot. Can you share the slide again, Harshit, if you don't mind? Go to this point, next point, if you don't mind. Next point. The core part, yeah. See the next one, please. For instance, I want examples from you on taking the initiative. You start with a small example. Apart from Jagan, who has given a lot of ideas to us, I would like rest of you to participate. You feel free to take any other points also. There are 10 points written here. Not that there are no other points. And I'm going to ask you also for some point, but of the 10 points, whichever you like most, wherever you have some observations, feel free, please. Oh my God, this is too much of silence.
Raghavan here, sir.
Yeah.
You're able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm not able to hear. I'm not able to see you at all.
Okay.
Can you come on the video, please?
Yeah, I go for it. You're able to see now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you good there?
I look great.
Sorry?
Good morning, good afternoon to everybody. What is the time now? Good morning to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm Sudhakaran here. So I'm also a
Which
consultant.
organization, please? Which organization?
Yeah. Take the initiative, you start. Set an example.
Yeah.
This point has to be taught to all the people across the organization or anywhere. Whoever we are all consultant, we have to meet anybody we are meeting. This is very important because this makes them a leader.
Yeah.
Today we require only leaders. Right? Just lacking.
Right.
A lot of followers are there. Nobody take initiative. So this initiative, take initiative is we have to this is important point for the leadership. So whoever, for example, if I have to give an example, a leader can be whoever responsible, he becomes a leader. The leader can be, if you see, if you are on the road, okay, you are going by a car, okay, the fourth car is breakdown. Okay. We've seen a lot of people sitting, drivers or whoever sitting inside the car, and they'll be shouting that person. I have lost my time. That is everybody. You understand? Everybody will be shouting. And they are all irresponsible people. We should ignore them. The person who get out of the car and have empathy going there, meeting the person, what happened? So there is a breakdown in my car. Then calling everybody, call everybody, please come, sir. We will all move this car this side and make the people. No, so we will get away. We will also go faster. Like that, the person who takes the initiative, he becomes automatically a leader.
Correct.
So the leader is required everywhere. It is all we have to cultivate them from the mind, from the people who are at the age of 20 to 30, we have to create leaders, more leaders, I feel. Take the initiative. That initiative will start. We have to teach them how to take the initiative.
Absolutely. Fully agree with you.
So this I feel that I would like to share my thought.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sudhakar. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right. Please come out, all of you, because we have enough time. And I'll go through it once more also. That's something that I'll assure you. Mr. Padmanabhan, I thought you would, with your rich experience, you could also come out with some thoughts. Mr. Padmanabhan, are you there? Are you there, Mr. Padmanabhan?
Yeah. My mic was on mute.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah. A lot of things we could able to refresh. Say in our business day to day, we are trying to practice all these things. Be positive and again be to initiate things. Maybe try to be good with people and maybe keep the atmosphere comfortable so that people will come forward and do. Yeah, I get to know. I see many things I practice, and maybe this. Maybe I could able to set my things right. So wherever I think if I see as a managing director, if you are too soft, also doesn't work.
Yeah, it will not work. To be right, to be soft is not advantage.
That is my nature. By love and affection, I try to achieve many things. Right. So it is working also. At times it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Probably. But whatever you say, it shows. You continue to do that, so that definitely the results will come. But somehow I could able to reconcile, only in that form. Whatever you say, everything has to be, you should be positive, So attitude wise, that is important. Knowledge is secondary. Attitude is primary. Now I realize whatever I am practicing, it is I am on the right path.
Oh, right. So thank you. See, one point, Mr. Padmanabhan, is that when you have about, let's say, 10 important colleagues or 15 important colleagues, don't expect everyone to be alike. No? We know that though we try our best to do that. No, my ratio is about 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. What is 1/3? Let's say there are 15 people. 5 will jump at it and then do well. 5 will be borderline, cat on the wall. 5 will be on the other side, extremely, I would say negative, but they'll be lukewarm, or they'll say, what the hell, I know all these things, I have seen it before and things like that. Now, mainly we try to address the third one. We should encourage the first 5 and also who are cat on the wall. That is why the subtle peer pressure will work there. Right?
That's right.
Now, this is a soft approach, as you rightly said. I've observed, this is not a soft approach. You have to be nice and, tough and nice. Meaning that when it comes to business, you are tough. When it personally, you are nice. So it's a lovely combination. In other words, let's say you are answerable to your board of directors. Board of directors are not going to listen to what you say that I encourage my people, but the results did not come. They are not good. They don't care.
Fortunately, I am able to give consistent results. I do not have issue on that side.
No. I'm not saying you, but I'm referring to either person. Is that since you are answerable to a bigger organization, bigger setup or something, a committee or board of directors or whatever it is, we have to kind of look at things from the point of view of business. At the same time, bring in an element of humanity. That's it. Humanity is not the only consideration. It's business. After all, ultimately, we have to show results for the quarter these days. Previously, when I was in corporate, it used to be 6 months, 1 year and all that. Now every quarter, becomes very, very important for people.
Very much true. Very much true.
Thank you very much, Mr. Padmanabhan. Any other person, please?
Mr. Raghavan.
Yes.
Mr. Raghavan.
Yeah.
I have one thing to offer in addition to what Mr. Padmanabhan mentioned.
Yeah.
Like trying to be good to others. That's been my style as well. But it's been taken for granted by somebody else. That is one. And one more thing I want to quote. Wherever I've worked, my employees have always been tough.
Yeah.
They have never shown, everybody is, for example, until today, when I'm there, only until today, they show, kind of some attention. The moment I say from tomorrow I'm not there, the attention is not there. That is one. Second one, during Corona period or during flood season, when I was not able to report for work, where there was no means of communication, like my mobile network was absolutely zero and no landline, etc. The employer, he was totally unhappy and he showed his unpleasantness when I walked in to the office after third day. He said, why did you disappear? When the entire city was reeling under, drenched under water, the employer comes out and is asking, you are a senior person, you should be here. Maybe he has a support. He was able to travel with a car which would have enabled him to travel across the city and driver also being there. But this kind of attitude, it shows ill about them. He may be a millionaire. He is worth 1,000 crores. But he should have told, why the hell did you come today?
Yeah.
That was the kind of answer I expected.
What of time I have to interrupt you because I have to go around. One other point I want to tell you is that in any innovation assignment I take up, I have only 90 days time. No, I can't be. I'm delivering results. That's a different matter. But in the process, there are people who may be tough to us or anything like that. But I tell them very politely, very subtly that within this time we will deliver the goods and things like that. Can you believe the recent assignment I took up? I took up 3 areas. In 6 weeks' time, we had very good, sufficient results to indicate that we are on the right track. So we have to be nice and tough. Tough and nice and tough, depending on the set of people whom you are operating. Now, Arshit, with you, I need your help for go through the first slide because I promise I'll go through every slide again. Not the first slide. Let's start from the preamble. Select attitude. Any other point in this? Because you have discussed attitude, you discussed personal knowing, and full strength as a senior. All these things is discussed. Maybe we'll go to the core now.
Yeah, I have a point.
I want to leave you at 10:45. The last week of Sunday. The next slide.
Sir, I just want to tell a point.
Yeah.
Will you allow me? On the first slide itself.
Yeah.
The important thing which I feel.
Yeah.
Is a belongingness.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Whatever we talk about team, we talk about everything. First thing is the belongingness. Today, I belong to Mr. Srinivasa Raghavan Seshadri. With the belongingness, we are here today. And the same way, the belongingness to be extended across universe, all the places, wherever we meet. And the same thing to be practiced in the corporate also, the belongingness. Sure. The belongingness is there. The trust forms. When the trust forms, it will be forever. This belongingness is lacking many places because everybody suspects people. Everybody is worried about what will happen to me. They always on the centric of themselves only, not on other things. The belongingness is there. Then it becomes, the entire, we don't have that negative energy at all if we have a belongingness. That belongingness has to be taught to many people, as a lot of people are consultants here, probably. So have to be taught to all the group members, whoever is there, who are going for consultancy. This is the important point which you have to talk, I feel. Thank you very much. I thought of sharing this.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Can you go to the next, the one that where you left, Arshit? Very few important points are there. Not chocolates or anything, peer pressure. There is a point on our weekly sharing session. I just wanted to tell you, share with you. There's a wonderful concept where it's done for a group of about 7 or 8 people. What we do there is the first point in the agenda is sharing of knowledge that is relevant for the industry. Supposing you are in cutting tool, whatever development that has taken place in the cutting tool industry, the leader of the week will share. What do you mean the leader of the week? Will be chosen by the previous week itself. Everybody will get a turn. And you will have enough 1 week's time to prepare and share. But 5-6 points get finished in 2-3 minutes time. And question and answer 2-3 minutes time, 5 minutes over. Next, it will be, that is the sharing of knowledge. Then sharing of experiences, both good and bad, what happened during the week. Good is shared so that it encourages. Bad is shared so that we can get ideas from others. Third is celebration. some kind of celebration for what has happened in the organization. If there is nothing has happened significant in the organization, celebration even at the personal level. Fourth is potluck or tea. Most of the time, we'll not have time for potluck, unless it's a lunchtime or something like that. Tea, at least have tea and biscuits. There is always say that when you eat together, we bond together. So very important. Fourth one cannot be underestimated. All these four points put together takes only 20 minutes. According to me, there is no tool which can kind of bring in all the elements together: creativity, leadership, everything in one sense. Okay. All right. Yeah, Mr. Sudhakar, go ahead. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, and have it through weekly sharing sessions. Yeah, covered. And underwhelming and space reinforcement is something that we need to follow. Yeah. Apart from, I think, thanks for the participation of Mr. Sudhakar and Mr. Jagan. Any other person, please? And of course, Mr. Padmanabhan also shared. Any other person who are participating, feel free. None of us know everything. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Rana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting here, I forgot.
No problem, Mr. Raghavan. Good morning to everybody. It's been a wonderful session. Now, the few things that I would just want to bring into the attention of everybody. First of all is when we spoke about the sense of belongingness. So owning the problem is actually half the solution. So when we are meeting people, if we make them own a particular part of the problem, let us say that, I am basically into risk management. I advise companies on how they should look at risk and try to understand where the risk is hitting them. So all of us, so one single person cannot do everything. Let us say we make somebody in the team, let us say 4 or 5 people team, saying that, okay, you are responsible to give me an update of what is happening in the industry. You are responsible for telling me what the competitors are doing. So what happens is that, and also by enforcing what Mr. Raghavan mentioned a while earlier, I already know that you are working upon it. So whether the person is working upon it or not, that he or she is the best judge. But by telling them that, I know that we're already working upon it, probably we are making them own the problem, and therefore they are a part of the solution. That's number one. The second point is about tough love. We love our employees, we love our team, but that does not mean that that we are also there to take back, for example, forgive me for using this word, the shit when it hits the roof. So tough love is also important to reinforce, saying that, okay, you are as much wanted, you are as much loved, but you will also stand to be admonished and stand to be, I would not use the word reprimanded, as and when the problem arises. If you already knew the problem beforehand, then it is also your duty to let us know so that we can avoid surprises. And the third point that I would like to reinforce today is that I could not have agreed more upon the uncanniness of the whiteboard.
Yeah.
It is just like that saying of Mr. Warren Buffett that when the tide recedes, all of us are caught naked. So it is actually the whiteboard which actually saves us from the blushes, because many of the times we feel that we have covered all the bases, but when we try to put it in terms of words and in terms of images, we realize where we are. And all of us who have passed our professional examinations would probably also indicate that when we are solving a problem, we realize where the problem lies. So with that, I just hand it over to Mr. Srinivas. But thanks a lot. This has been a wonderful session. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. One other point I would also like to add to what Mr. Rana said, the whiteboard, along with a lot of patience. It doesn't mean when you have a whiteboard, ideas will come. We have to be very patient. We have to prod people. We have to encourage people. Then some ideas come, and then I also adopt another thing called subconscious process. Latent creativity is a creativity that is already hidden in the people. They come out. But subsequently, I take them through an alpha state of mind and then come out. And at the end, very, very patiently, some people, I have to be wait. And then some people come out, some people don't. I come out with some ideas. Though I don't know anything about the technical aspects of the organization. I ask these kind of questions. Can this work or not? No. And not only that, during implementation, some more ideas come. That's a beauty that I have seen, that ideas keep on improving. So are there any other questions, please? Thank you very much, Mr. Rana, for This is a brilliant observation. It's a brilliant set of observations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other person, please? Otherwise, we need to wind up. Harshit and I felt that 45 minutes should be ideal. So, Harshit, any other point you would like to observe, man? Harshit, can you show your handsome face?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, Manojji. Yeah, please.
We should encourage for. I mean, there is one.
Can you speak a little louder? I'm not able to hear you.
There is one point which you have. We have put that we should encourage on somebody's ideas in the group. I would like to now ponder on that. So now one is like if the person has understood the context exactly. Why the meeting is being conducted, then it is normally chances that ideas within that will be a helpful idea. Suppose if the context is not understood properly or something like that, it can also stand as an obstacle for us, correct, to move forward.
It can
so in this type of situations, how is it something like we make them prepare before the meeting comes? Is that the way we should do it? Number one. Number two, you spoke about the post.
I'll answer this first question because a very, very valid point, right? So you can go ahead the second one. See, let's say some person has not understood the context and out of context is giving some ideas. You still note it down but we will not shortlist that idea. That's all. That's a clear indication saying that your idea is good, but may not be implementable. That's why I said implementable ideas. What is the second point, Mr. Manoj? Because I'm concluding very shortly.
This post-meeting discussion.
And
everybody who speaks about the idea, they always feel that somebody will come back and discuss on that. This post-meeting idea, everybody expects the moment I give an idea, it is more than implementation. They expect that if somebody comes back, that's the right encouragement on this. And another
sorry to intervene. This is for people who didn't speak during the meeting. Many times people they're shy of speaking in public. So they come out as a senior person, they come out and tell you that that this idea is there. Then I have to ask them, why did you not come out? That's the reason. Right, Manojji?
Yes, sir. What I would like to ask this question is, again, this encourage post-meeting ideas. So why I'm connecting over there is, like, is there a set of questions which will help them drive towards the end point, what we want to do in the meeting, towards some particular questions through which we can clearly drive them towards that, where even if the idea is generated, we fall on that line.
Really voluntary act, Mr. Manoj. It is not something that we have a structure with a structure. See, it will become too formal. We can do that. I mean, if an organization is interested, Harshit and I will be too glad to work with the organization and arrive at those things. It's definitely possible. Right now, we have not even thought on those lines. It's for basically person who is shy of asking questions. He comes out later and meets Manojji and says, Manojji, I thought this idea will work. So instead of saying that, why did you not tell that during that time? We take the ideas, we also include the idea. If the idea is good, not otherwise. Right? Thank you, Manojji. Harshit, for want of time, I have to go to Harshit back. Harshit?
Yes, sir. I am here, sir.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, right. So you can close the screen. You can close the sharing because we had enough of Gyan. At least, if not Gyan, at least the discussion part.
Right.
Then I'd like to introduce Harshit to you, very handsome young person from Lucknow. And he came to me, believe me, for only for social media, but the amount of work he has done in the past, amount of suggestions he has given in the past, it's amazing, right? So thank you, Harshit, for all your support. But for you, many things would have taken this kind of a shape, right? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Is there any, Harshit, do you have any observations? Sorry. I didn't even ask you.
Sir, I was just amazed and really happy to view all these people who are so intelligent and they have shared very brilliant ideas. I was just noting down. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Harshit. Thank you. So, gentlemen, there are no lady here. So, gentlemen, so if there are no questions, can I close the meeting, or do you want any point to be raised? Feel free.
Srinivasan ji just wanted to mention one point. You had spoken about chocolates for participation. Does that also include this particular session also?
Yeah, you buy the chocolates and they send me the bill. I send it the GPay. No problem.
Surely.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Ranaji knows, Padmanabhan knows, other people.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
You know my name and coordinates and all that. But people who do not know, we do a no obligation assessment for opportunity or challenge within our organization. There's absolutely no obligation. They don't have to work with us subsequently also. These are our coordinates, right? So, right. So thanks to all of you. And,
very nice of you, sir.
Meeting all of you, and then we'll meet again next month on a different topic.
Sure,
and
sir.
By the way, you can even suggest a topic. It's not necessary that I need to suggest. That a lot of you have experiences, and any topic you can suggest, other than relating to politics or movie or anything like that, where I can't contribute. Okay.
Good, sir.
Right.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Very useful Sunday.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Nice of you.
Can we take screenshot of all? The photograph of all.
Yeah.
Please smile. Please smile, everyone. Please. If possible, everyone, please come on camera, please.
Camera. Yeah, that's very.
Just give me a minute.
Sure.
One advantage I have is I don't have to comb my hair, Harshit.
Beautiful.
I think some people have left, but doesn't matter. Who is available?
Yes.
Huh?
1 second. Smile, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Very
you.
nice of you. Bye-bye.
Bye
Good
to
day.
every one of you.
Namaskar.
See you. Have a wonderful Sunday. A wonderful times to come.
Same.